The man smashed a $10 billion sapphire with a single slap. Then he took out a hammer. He ground the sapphire into a heart shape and gave it to his new wife. Everyone thought the man was completely crazy. He was just a taxi driver. There was no way he could afford the damage to the sapphire. But the man didn't care at all. Turns out, the man's real identity was the richest man in the world. To train his son to be a proper heir, he deliberately hid his identity from the outside world and bought a taxi to pass the time. That day, he drove the taxi to attend a banquet. But as soon as he arrived at the hotel, he was stopped by the security guard. The guard mocked him for looking too shabby, saying he didn't deserve to attend such a banquet. But the man insisted that he had also received an invitation. It turned out Smith, who hosted the banquet, used to work under the man. Not long ago, Smith personally came to him, hoping he would attend the banquet, and said he had prepared a generous gift for him. Before the man could refuse, Smith hurried away. Therefore, the man had no choice but to attend. He explained the situation to the guard, but the guard didn't believe him at all. While the guard was busy attending to Tom nearby, the man simply drove the car in. The guard was furious when he saw this. He immediately pulled the man out of the car and intended to teach him a lesson. But at that moment, Tom suddenly stopped the guard. Yes, Tom was the man's son. Under the man's guidance, Tom had already become the CEO of a company. Once he learned the man's true identity, the guard no longer dared to stop him. However, not long after the man entered the banquet, guests began mocking him, thinking he was Tom's personal driver. Tom had to explain to everyone that the man was his father. At that moment, Linda arrived at the banquet. Everyone was stunned by her beauty. Hans even fantasized about marrying her someday. But the man said that Linda was now his wife. Everyone thought he had lost his mind. But the next second, Linda held onto the man's arm and called him husband. Tom thought his father was joking, but the man immediately took out their marriage certificate. It turned out that not long ago, while driving his taxi, he accidentally saw Linda being harassed by a group of thugs. He immediately took her home. What he didn't expect was Linda seemed to have been drugged, and just like that, the two spent a wild night together until the next day, when Linda's friend came looking for her and discovered the two lying in bed. After remembering what happened the day before, Linda apologized to the man and handed him a bank card, telling him to leave immediately. But right then, Linda unexpectedly received a call from her father. To secure financial support from the Jack family, her father demanded that she marry Jack. But Jack was frivolous, and Linda despised him. To rebel against her father, Linda decided to marry the man. And so, they obtained their marriage certificate. Seeing that Linda actually married the man, Hans was heartbroken, thinking she had terrible judgment. But Linda was very satisfied with the man. Right then, Jack and Linda's father arrived at the banquet. Seeing Linda secretly with the man, Jack was furious. He threatened Linda to marry him immediately, or he would bankrupt her family. The man found this ridiculous. With his support, her family could never go bankrupt. Everyone mocked the man, saying he was delusional. Even Tom thought his father was joking. But the next second, to prove his identity, the man sat directly in Smith's seat. Then he started searching around, looking for the gift Smith had prepared for him. At that moment, Smith's daughter Anna arrived. Seeing the man disrupting the banquet, Anna was furious. But as soon as she approached him, the man squeezed her cheek. That's right. When Anna was a child, the man used to take care of her. Seeing the now-grown Anna, the man was very excited. Unfortunately, Anna didn't seem to recognize him. Seeing him act so disrespectfully, Anna ordered her people to give the man a harsh lesson, but she didn't know that at this moment, Smith had already arrived with his people at the banquet.